Due to scheduling conflicts, I am unable to film this review in front of my camera, so what better way to discuss Eternals than through the style of a video essay? Honestly, I've contemplated changing my review format to video essays, but I still kind of like being in front of the camera. It's definitely less time consuming and easier, but I love the video essay style format. Maybe I'll do a little of both, like a hybrid. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Should I do more video essays or keep it the same as usual? Anyway, Eternals. This movie has gotten a ton of hate from critics. And if I'm being real, it's about damn time. Marvel in the eyes of critics has been so perfect. Literally every MCU movie that gets released, critics dazzle over, as if they can do no wrong. Seriously? Until Eternals. Currently standing at a 48% Rotten Tomatoes score, Chloe Zhao's Eternals has gotten criticized for its exposition, pacing, runtime, and lack of character development. However, as much as it annoys me that critics always praise the Marvel Cinematic Universe and that Eternals is finally, after 13 years, the first poorly received MCU movie, I don't think it deserves to be. There are at least 4 or 5 worse MCU movies. Movies I'd likely give a rotten score. And Shang-Chi is right there with Eternals in my opinion. It's overrated but isn't bad, just slightly above average like Eternals. Let's now go through why I think Eternals doesn't deserve its Rotten Tomatoes score. The movie focuses on the Eternals, a group of immortal beings who act as Earth's protectors against invasive monsters known as deviants. First off, I love how the movie opens. It reminds me of a classic sci-fi movie. Think Blade Runner. We're given all the exposition we need, we get some breathtaking cinematography, and the scale of this universe is immediately felt. I can feel what's at stake in this opening sequence as the Eternals are viewed as humanity's last hope of survival. I love it. We also haven't gotten an MCU movie that takes place before World War II. Eternals begins in 5000 BC, so as you might guess, there's a lot of really cool mythology in this movie. We learn more about celestials, how planets are created, and get a chance to see some of the most powerful beings in the MCU. It helps that those playing these extremely powerful characters are some of the most well-known actors and actresses in Hollywood today. You know their names, every movie buff does. This is probably the best MCU cast ever put together outside of the Avengers movies and Civil War. And it was so nice we finally got a Game of Thrones reunion between Richard Madden and Kit Harington. I found Eternals themes fascinating. The movie talks a lot about humanity and the importance of life. I love how there is a huge dilemma presented to our characters and they have to make a really difficult decision. A decision that could mean the end of all life on Earth. That's some heavy stuff. And I don't know how some people feel about it, but I like the twist in Eternals. I didn't see it coming. Actually, I wasn't totally sure who the movie's main villain would be, but the route they decided on was nicely done, even if some of the execution and writing on the way didn't make the payoff nearly as good as it could have been. Now, people have complained so much about the movie's length that I think they forgot about one of its bigger problems, which is its writing. As mentioned, there is a twist I liked, but when it's revealed, none of what came before makes any sense now. So basically about 1/3 of Eternals is unwatchable. Great! Not that the middle of the movie is bad, but compared to the first and third acts, it's relatively weak and dragged out. Listen, I 100% agree too that Eternals is way too long. Why this movie had to be over 2.5 hours is beyond me. The middle act could have been trimmed altogether and boom, better movie. Instead, it's repetitive and feels never-ending. I want to mention Kit Harington and Angelina Jolie as well. Wow, were these two underutilized. Kit Harington is astonishingly in 2 scenes, and Angelina Jolie is on the sideline for most of the movie's best action sequences. Before seeing the movie, I thought Harington was poised to be the villain and Jolie to be the leader of the Eternals. After all, when the movie was announced, she was the only thing the media would ever talk about. Unfortunately though, neither of them have the prominent roles I thought they would. Oh, and the CGI needs some touching up, particularly in the finale. So those are my main complaints with Eternals. I really don't get what the hate is for. Of course it has its problems, it's not even close to a great movie, but I don't think it's bad. And please explain to me how this is actually a thing. I am curious to see where they go next. The after credit scenes, per usual, got me excited for things to come. So I'm giving the Eternals a 66%. Of course, for those of you who also saw Eternals, do you agree with me, or do you think the critics are right about the movie? Please let me know down in the comments your thoughts, and again, if you want to see more videos done this way from me, let me know about that too. Thanks as always for watching, everyone. Click that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a very fantastic day.